What's up, guys? Sam from the Byeforever fam back with a video after an absence, but gotta get back on it sometime. So in this one, we're going to be going over a recap of the recent Supercell CWL League for Hello4Now. First month it was available to be in Champions 1. We were there, and as you can see, we stayed in Champions 1, but overall we won the entire thing for our little division. So Hello4Now topping this scoreboard this one. So a very nice job to the clan and to everyone. And let's go through a couple of attacks. So I'm just going to go through basically one hit from each day. So let's start it off on day number 1. Went up against a very nice little Italian clan here, and they did an excellent job. So while this plays in the background, just wanted to talk a little bit about this. So the Supercell CWL has been something that we have been enjoying, obviously, with the announcement of sort of their league, I guess you could say, is what they're going to end up making this thing into with the large prize. We did decide that we were going to put, with the fact that we have so many 12s in clan, it makes it a little bit easier for us to do that. But there was definitely some dramas associated with this one, some ban waves going around that did hit one of the clans, and I'll touch on that a little more when we get to that specific clan. And I saw some things on Twitter about win trading and a few other issues that Supercell is definitely going to have to work out with their league. But overall, you know, we're having a good time over in Hello4Now. There's a couple of other content creators who kind of did daily recaps, so if you haven't already, make sure you're checking out and following and subscribe to Crunch Gaming, who put out, I believe, one video, probably has another one coming out later this weekend, and as well CarbonFin, Carbon putting up basically daily recaps of his live hits. I think he did some streaming almost every night for us, so those two guys doing an excellent job, and the Hello4Now squad doing a great job. So we had 18 12s for our roster, a nice little rotation each and every day. We're just like every other clan out there. We struggle with the same things that every clan kind of struggles with in the Supercell CWL, and that is those 1-stars. They can basically eat your entire work up. And I think in war number 1 and I think war number 7 are the only wars that we did not have a 1-star. So always kind of fighting for our lives in each one of these wars as we watch Biggie go in with undoubtedly what has got to be one of the scariest strats to do with these fresh hits, and that's the Hogs. The Hogs can, I mean, you live or die by the ability of your kill squad. But all of these fresh hits looking so beautiful. So very nice job to Biggie in that one. I didn't even talk about his attack, but got a little bit of a disco there at the very end. But his queen did work in that one, so shout out to him. And let's move over to day number... not day number 2. It pops up every single time. Day number 2, we didn't have any triples, so we're actually going to skip that one. And that was up against Hitmen, so they had some nice bases. But that's one of the things I can say about Hello4Now is I'm not sure how Supercell is going to, how they're going to work this. I've seen some things about it being based on net stars. I've seen some things based on, you know, just total star count. But we didn't win many of our wars by a fair margin. I think in Champs 1, it's pretty safe to say all of the clans are, you know, pretty evenly matched. But we did not win by a lot. I think Carbon said it on stream or on his video. I think overall for the entire week, we were maybe +5 out of the 7 wars. But the thing that I will say is that we held a lot of opponents to very low scores. So there were quite a few sub-30 performances from our opponents, and that's what really allowed us to push forward. So it made up for a couple of the 1-stars that we did suffer and sort of the lack of triples. But, you know, as I was following a lot of what was going on throughout the week in a couple of different clans. So for us, for One Hive, For a few other clans that I know of who were in Champs 1, it didn't seem like there were very many high-scoring wars. I mean, 45 is the max. I wasn't seeing too many 35-plus wars in Champs 1. So, it's going to be really tight overall, but I feel like the squad did a really nice job. We're watching BRG go in here, and BRG had a couple of big hits for us throughout the week. This one obviously getting on day number 3, but he had some very, very clutch 2-stars for us down the road in Big War. So very nice job to BRG. Just a quick shout out to him. And I know we give him, we give him some crap all the time, but I mean we give each other crap all the time. But BRG doing a very nice job. So excellent stuff here. We'll speed up the E-Drags because they are a little bit slow. They still remain to be very slow. Not too many E-Drag hits, though, overall, I would say. And, in fact, a couple of interesting hits. Some of those Bat Drag hits that are still working out, even post the Bat Spell nerf. So, very nice work to BRG. And let's move on to day... there it is again. The other thing that I obviously haven't talked about yet... number 8 written down, so McSlithers going in here, is, just our performance overall. So like I said, we did have a few 1-stars. As you saw at the bottom, those 6 for 7 overall throughout the week. In the last day, we were up against a clan. No affiliation to us whatsoever, but their name was Here for Now, or Here Forever, sorry, Here Forever. And I don't know if we had checked out or what was going on, but we had basically locked up the number 1 slot, maybe 5 or 6 attacks into the day. So while I'm sure that planning was still happening and everyone was taking things semi-seriously, unfortunately, that is when we did suffer our only defeat of the season. But overall, like I said, I'm still really proud of the squad. Taking things very seriously, looking forward to competing in Champs 1 again next season. Hopefully, finding some of those clans that that we know of. And that's one of the things I think that, might honestly change the fact that it's 2 clans demoted out of the 8 that play. I think that maybe needs to be bumped up just a bit for the Champs 1. Really make it, based on the skill, based on how you perform throughout the week, maybe, the bottom 3, the bottom 4 clans all move down. And I realize that really narrows the pool, but it also, allows for very good clans to all kind of converse and converge into one area. So I guess with that, I should stop talking about all of the attacks or all of my thoughts and jump into actually talking about these replays. So McSlithers is moving in with that Queen Charge Lalo. We did see a couple of really nice Queen Charge Lalos, but again, just like the hogs, if things don't go right, it could be quite deadly. But he got that backside slammer. Look at that queen. I believe she is still up in there pushing, and all of the loons are now in the core of the base. And they are just absolutely smashing through a beautifully placed freeze. And with that Warden ability on the back end, this one absolutely gets crushed. Slithers absolutely smashing it. And yeah, I mean, there's really nothing else to say about this one. So we will actually 4x through that because I do still have a couple of attacks to get through. Even with those Troll Teslas, definitely something I'd recommend in SCCWL. Get those Troll Teslas out there. I mean, all you're trying to do is stop that fresh hit. So that's one of the best things that you can do. And let's see, we've got a couple of more days. So that's day number 4. Let's move on to day number 5. And day number 5, I have written down number 13. I think that is the man CarbonFin himself. And yeah, I really appreciate Carbon coming over. I really appreciate all the streaming and everything that he did for us. Carbon has been a part of Hello4Now, I would say close to the beginning. It would be after Town Hall 12 dropped, which was just a couple of months after we opened up. Carbon came over and played with us last season in the AWL, unfortunately. He is with WHF for CWL, so we're not seeing him early in the AWL season. Still hoping to get him late in the season has been one of our big hitters, an excellent air attacker, and yeah, he continues to do things just absolutely amazing, and a great guy, a great content creator as well. Like I said, make sure you've got him on follow on YouTube, on Twitch, doing some big things, growing very, very quickly. But he is moving in here with I guess this is a clone it's an Electron with kind of a Sui. He's been doing a couple of variations of this, either taking a couple of extra haste or maybe a jump spell to go in and get an Inferno Tower. But definitely the air hits, which is surprising, honestly. After the bat nerf, it kind of seemed like ground was the way to go. But Carbon continues to smash with those air attacks. So here we go in with all these loons moving around, starting at the Lalo from 1 o'clock and pushing his way in. A very nice free spell over there, catching that Inferno Tower. And now we've got a baby dragon out of the CC. Not what you want to see, and it gets on the loons instead of the hound. That's unfortunate, but look at all these loons pushing their way in, and that backside battle blimp, rage waiting. There is the clone, an extra E-drag in there, smashes through the queen very quickly, and all of the defenses kind of just falling in succession. Now that backside Tesla farm looked nasty, unfortunately not completely maxed out. So while it is going to cause a couple of issues, I think he is going to really be able to overwhelm it, especially with that Electro Drag. It's going to get over there. It's going to get decent chain lightning damage as long as those loons get out in front and do the tanking, and that's going to be basically it. So very nice job to Carbon. You can see it does get pretty close here, but like I said, the Electro Drag with the chain lightning gets it done. So excellent work to him. Once again, shout out. Thank you for being with us for the season, and look forward to seeing you again next time, hopefully. All right, we are in day number 6. And day number 6, my number that I have jotted out is number 6. So this is not Kimmy, and Kimmy doing an excellent job this season. She picked up 2 triples throughout the week, so very nice stuff. This war was the one, I think, when we matched initially that we knew was going to be the big one. Like I said, day 2, we didn't have any triples. It was up against Hitmen. They were probably our the second clan that we really knew we were going to have to bring it. But we saw Marshall's Kiss on the opposite side on day 1. And knew this would be a big war. The French clan definitely brings it. But it ended up going Hello4Now's way. They did have an unfortunate 1 star. So despite the fact that they did pick up 2 triples, they only finished at 31, and we capitalized on that, picking up 2 triples of our own and getting all of the other bases doubled up. So very nice job to them. Unfortunately, everyone has already seen everything. The ban waves hit. The ban wave actually hit the day after our war with Marshall's Kiss, and going on the next day, I think we saw maybe 8 out of the 15 players had permabans. So that's unfortunate. Not sure what it's going to be for. Not sure that we'll ever know what it's for. But I'm not here to throw shade on them. They put together a good war. They beat us on percent. They had maybe 6 or 7 time fails. Or not 6 or 7, 5 time fails exactly. That could have gotten them the W. But thankfully they did not pick it up. And so we were able to get that W, which is very, very important to us. And now here is Kimmy, and look at those drags. They're pushing in, and she's got the bat spells. Like I said, the bat dragon still working out, and really there's no splash damage on this side of the base except for that wizard tower, which she tanked with a couple of loons. And because of that, the bats just eat through everything. I mean, they absolutely crushed it. And even though she doesn't have a whole lot left in the way of dragons, I mean, the bats, they close up shop. They eat that last Tesla, and then it is off to the races. Unfortunately, she did pop that hound, and that made things a little bit close. I mean, and by a little bit, I mean it came down to the very, very last second. But the bats are so fast. They got over. They took care of that storage, and finished it up. So very nice job to Kimmy. An excellent job on her 2 triples this week, helping the team out. And now we're on to the last one. So like I said, it was up against the clan Here Forever. No affiliation with us. And of course, it makes it look like my name should be over on the other side. Sam Forever from Here Forever. But no, still in Hello4Now, bringing it. And this was my triple of the week and our only triple in this war. So we got this one kind of early. Queen Charge Lalo. Like I said, it's powerful if you know what you're doing. Unfortunately, I had a couple of mistakes here, like right there, or right here, I should say. Look at those wall breakers just inside of range, and I missed the wall break. So right at this point, things became a little bit different. The plan was kind of changing on the fly and just kind of thinking what I could do. But still have the jump spill, still have the king, still have the queen, and I was pretty confident that we could, we can make this work. Get the queen to move in. So one of the things in this war, all of the CCs made it a little bit easier as far as planning once we realized that everything was dragon witch archers. So that king moves around. He really cuts the funnel for the queen. I went ahead and dropped the jump spell to push the queen into the base, and thankfully, because of that CC, it draws her just inside of the base, and she's going to end up taking that jump. So a rage goes down. Gonna get that wizard tower, going to get the inferno, going to pick up the queen as well. And look at that king, he's actually still working. So the king dropped at 6 o'clock, ends up at 12 o'clock. So nice stuff there. The rage spell goes down, and as soon as this eagle goes down, that's all I was waiting for, get the eagle down, and went ahead, and I had to change my Lalo up just a little bit. I wanted to start it off over really at 4 o'clock, but brought in that stone slammer to help these loons initially get through this inferno tower quickly, and then cut the funnel by getting this air defense, raging up the loons for the town hall. Right here was a little bit scary of a moment. Didn't have a whole lot of loons, but they did get through, and I made one other mistake there. I didn't save a loon. I meant to save 2 loons to drop on that cannon over here at 2 o'clock, and you'll see why that makes a difference here in just a second. And again, backslide Tesla farm. This one is maxed out, but with a haste and a freeze, it's going to be more than enough. And look at the queen. She actually walks through, and that stone slammer opened up the perfect walls to let her in, hasted those loons up, overwhelmed the last air defense, and that's really it. That's really it in that one. The cleanup went really well, and finished it up for the squad. So unfortunate that the one time that I tripled this week, we do not get the W, but either way, it was a nice week. So that's going to do it, guys, for the recap. That's the week of Champions 1. We stayed in Champions 1. We finished up at number 1, and couldn't be more happy with the performance. So I'm hoping to be back on the video uploads a couple of times a week. I'm going to try to do maybe 2 or 3 a week, and we'll see how it goes. But that's going to do it, guys, for the video. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, subscribe, let me know what you think. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one. So till then, guys, peace out.